Hey everyone, my name is Riley and in this video I'm going to show you the best game server host for Garry's Mod in 2025. Now when it comes to Garry's Mod, this is quite a unique game, so there are specific things that we look for when we are looking for the correct server host that might not apply to other games. So jumping into the list, the main things that we are looking for when it comes to a server host. First of all, this is of course going to be add-on and mod support because Garry's Mod is such a modded game. So some of the main things that we need is easy workshop collection integration. We also need faster download speeds to avoid longer times when downloading mods. We need support for Lua scripts. We need support for custom game mods and custom assets. And then we also need enough RAM and CPU to handle things like DarkRP, TTT, or sandbox servers with a lot of players and add-ons. The second thing that we are going to need is smooth performance and low lag, because Garry's Mod can lag pretty badly with a lot of players or a lot of NPCs or physics-heavy interactions. So in here, we are looking for server hosts with strong CPU performance and enough RAM for assets, maps, and scripts. Another very important thing is going to be player slot flexibility. Some servers are private RP groups, other servers are completely chaotic 64-player chaos machines, and we want customizable player limits and control over reserved slots, whitelists, and bans. And then finally, arguably the most important thing that we are looking for is going to be affordable but scalable hosting. We want the best price possible, but we also don't want a terrible server that can barely run the game and lags all the time. So we're looking for something in the middle ground that is an awesome server, but also at a cost-effective price. So jumping into the best server providers for Garry's Mod, and by the way, if you do want to pick up any of the server providers I mentioned in this video, you can get the best deals and discounts by using the links in the description. Now, my first recommendation is PingPerfect, and this is the best overall for Garry's Mod. So if we go in here to rent a game, we can go to choose a game right here, and we can go and type Garry's Mod, and we can pull this up. So in terms of what comes with PingPerfect, we have instant setup. They claim they have the fastest hardware, but this is not the fastest hardware of any server provider. In fact, I would actually say HostHavoc, the next option on this list, has a little bit faster hardware. We also have 24/7 support. We get global locations. We can get game switching. We have a backup system so that we can back up the game, DDoS protection, a money back guarantee. These are the features that we get with PingPerfect. Also, with PingPerfect, this is absolutely fantastic. We can get a 48-hour free trial right here. So we can go ahead and submit the trial. We can try this out for completely free before we commit to an actual subscription. Now, with PingPerfect, this is super customizable. We can go in here, and this is the most customizable of any of these servers. So what I mean by this, and this is why I recommend it as the best overall, because you can really make this server either as cheap or as good as you possibly would like. So what we can do is we can go in here, and with the standard server, this is where I mentioned HostHavoc is a little bit better on like this $9 pricing. But if we bump this up and put like the maximum hardware on here, it is definitely the best server host out there, the best hardware by far. It's just very expensive. So with these default settings, you will absolutely be able to play Garry's Mod. Like no question about this, $9 per month will get you more than you need. But what we can do is we can go in here and we can add more player slots. We can go down and we can choose the redirect gigabytes. We can add more RAM to this. We can choose the server location and even go for like extreme performance for an extra $20 per month. We can choose the CPU priority. We can upgrade the SSD storage. There's just so many different things that we can do in here. So as I said, this is the best thing about PingPerfect. If you just want a little bit of a better CPU, we can add this right here. So this is the main benefit of PingPerfect. Awesome hardware, and you can customize this in any way you like. Now, the second option that we have on the list is HostHavoc, and this is the best for beginners, or even if you're not a beginner, this is just overall the easiest to use. So we can go into game servers right here, and once again, we can look for Garry's Mod, and we can see we get nowhere near the amount of customization that we get with PingPerfect. This server is already set up for us. We just get it straight out of the box. Super easy. It's essentially just plug and play. All we have to do is choose the amount of player slots that we would need on our server, and it's essentially going to move everything up as it needs to be. So as we can see right here, we have all of these different specifications that we customize ourselves. With HostHavoc, if we were to bump the player slots up to, let's say, 60, it's automatically going to adjust the specifications that we are going to get so that it can handle this amount of players. But if we just go down to 20 player slots, we can see a beautiful price here at $10 per month. We can go down and we can choose the server location that we would like. Once again, nowhere near as many server locations as we have over here on PingPerfect. We still have a fair few to choose from. We can also get a nice discount if we pay for the year. For example, we pay the year upfront and we save 12%. If we pay every 6 months, we save 8%. You get the idea. Now, going down to see what is included with HostHavoc, you can see one-click installers, so very easy to install mods. We have full DDoS protection. The hardware is absolutely fantastic. So this is why HostHavoc makes the list as the second option that we have. And then the final option on this list is going to be Shockbyte. And Shockbyte is the best budget option for small servers. So if we go into games once again, and we open this up, we can go for Garry's mod. And what I will say about Shockbyte is I wouldn't recommend this for big servers. So if you are going to need a maximum of 4 players, as I say, a small server, this is absolutely fantastic. But if we're paying $10 per month anyway for like 12 players right here, or even $12 per month for 15, just go with HostHavoc. This is so much better. With Shockbyte, they of course do have the worst hardware out of all of these. This is a budget option, but just like HostHavoc, this is very easy to set up. So we can go into cart, for example, we can just choose the billing cycle, the location, everything like this, click on continue, and we can buy the server. Now, what is included is plugin and mod support. We have custom maps, Steam Workshop, 24/7 support, 100% uptime, low latency, global locations, all of the options that we would expect. Then the final thing that I want to show you is just over here on Trustpilot, the customer reviews for these companies. So with Shockbyte, they still have a pretty good rating, 4.1 stars right here. But once again, the customer service isn't the best, which is what a lot of these 1-star reviews are about. That's to be expected with a budget option. Then the next would be PingPerfect. I think PingPerfect is about 4.5. PingPerfect. Yeah, as we can see here, 4.6, actually 4.6 out of 5 stars with 1,000 reviews, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then the best out of all of these in terms of the reviews is HostHavoc, that has 4.8 stars after 1,400 reviews. So those are the best gaming server providers for Garry's mod. Once again, if you do want to sign up to any of these hosting providers, you can get the best deals and discounts by using the links in the description. Either way, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.